I got to stand up at the town hall and talk about how culture needs to get way more digital, because it's kind of still in the 19th century, most of it. It's really, really tough. I can't imagine how. Well, I actually did have this with my 20-year-olds who were in our office. And I was like, "You're still listening to my music. Isn't that embarrassing? I mean, shouldn't you be embarrassed?" I kind of assumed at 20 that by the time I got to 40, we'd all be listening to Static or something, because how could we get further than, happy hardcore? So here's the thing about digital. Digital can go up and down and across. You can have, imagine a book which is a fold-out book, where the pages fold out, and you're like, which way am I going to go? And they can fold infinitely. At any point on that, they can fold infinitely in other directions. And even then, we're just going in a kind of crossbar pattern because we're trying to think of a page. That doesn't make any sense. They can be like these extraordinary spider webs. You're going to see these extraordinary kind of narrative structures which are modular or build off themselves, or which are a kind of like the idea of a parallel universe where you're moving constantly between these things. It's an incredibly challenging idea for writers, but actually, and it's quite a challenging idea for readers, mainly because we like completion. The thing we do like is finishing the book and going, I finished it, there, it goes on the shelf, that's done. Don't have to do that. And if you have ever done anything where you have not finished, I mean, some people suffer from this. My wife seems to suffer from this terribly. It's like at an art exhibition, we start at the first painting, we work our way the whole way around, so that she is a curator, so it's kind of her job. But like that, she has seen all of the art, which I've never really been able to do. It is a terrible itch if you don't feel that you have completed something. We were talking about the psychology of this. There's a lovely psychology experiment where they showed people. They gave students lists of tasks to complete. And then they intentionally interrupted them so that a number of them they would not be able to complete. No way can you complete those 4. And then at the end of the exercise, they would ask them how many of the tasks they remembered of this big long list. And there was a kind of average mean for most of the tasks, but they all remembered the tasks they hadn't been able to finish, because the brain's completely incapable of putting that line through it. And it's not finished, it's not completed, it's not done. Now, I don't know what happens to literature if people have to leave things with that sense of incompleteness and unfinishedness. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's like an itch, and you should scratch itches. That's, especially ones like that where you're like, what? So we're trying to explore that space.